I've been a lifelong artist, and that means I started when I was a kid painting and drawing and loving going to museums and looking at art, so it's always informed my life, and I've been very fortunate that way. I had really good parents, which leads me to today, because I do my work in spirit boats in honor of my father, whose spirit I try to keep alive. In the beginning, it started out as a collage project using his notes in my paintings. And I felt by doing that, I was keeping something of him vibrant in my work, and then later it translated into a way I can work with other people. The exhibit Spirit Boats is a combination of my paintings, sculpture, and printmaking. And it's not so much about what the media is, but it's the message. So my work is giving people a chance to experience something in their imagination. It's an invitation for them to journey, to imagine getting in the boat and going somewhere that would be a positive place for them to reach. And the vessel is a sacred one that does not contain negativity. It's a boat about hope. And it's a boat that, I say, helps you navigate the unknown in safety. My inspiration comes from many directions, but what I really love is learning about other cultures around the world that use the spirit boat. And what I found in my work that I've been doing for the last 14 years is how other cultures use a spirit boat for healing, for example. Many cultures do incorporate that, or a way of honoring and closure after somebody has passed. Then they use a boat to send their bodies or their spirits out onto the water, or even a vessel to hold you in, say, something like a fire ritual. There's many different versions of it, but what inspires me now is the idea of petroglyphs, the ancients that were marking on stone in walls or caves, and they were depicting these boats that often showed up as perhaps a way of reaching, a way of moving to another element, whether it be up to the upper world or down or across a river. So I'm really intrigued with the idea of how the boat carries you through time, and I even say for the future, why do we call them spaceships? A ship or a boat is what is going to get us out there to the unknown. So the painting behind me is one I've done after I started just Googling spirit boats, petroglyphs, and say sacred vessels. I found that in Scandinavia there was a huge amount depicted, and no surprise, because it's a country that's surrounded by water, and they were great venturers onto these seas around them in their big boats. And also I'm inspired by the way the Inuits use their little kayaks and use the animal skin as integrating the animal spirit in their navigation. But it goes around the world. I mean, the Japanese have some rituals using spirit boats of kinds, and it's just been a fascinating thing to think about how they can unite us. I love having people that say they don't have any talents, or they're even scared of art materials. And I think that's such a big loss for us. And it's so easy. I found that people that come to the workshop, and I have it all set up for them, we use a plastic bottle as the base. So there's an instant form that you can use, and you cover it with paper, and then you personalize your boat. I call the plastic I use the bones, and the paper the skin that covers, so it's more like an integrated process, a personal one. And so people make a little boat. It doesn't take that long, but we do it in together, a supportive circle. So you can do it personally too. I could do a private one, but what I love is the energy between people, that they come alive. They look at the materials and they just know what to do. And it's a time for people to get back to their core like artists, the inner artists. Kids do this naturally, but adults have forgotten a lot of times how to put things together, how to make those connections. And really what it's doing is connecting the person to their greater spirit inside of them by making a boat.